Okay, hello. I low-key feel like I'm in the back rooms of like FNAF right now with all like the screens around me, because I have my phone for like background music for when I stop talking, so that way there isn't just awkward dead air. But I also have my iPad by me now because the first 3 times I made this video, the audio for some reason didn't save on Canva, so now I have a voice note open, so that way if this fails, I have something else, because I am not enjoying making this multiple different times. But besides the point, hello everyone. I know it's been a while since I've made one of these. My last Void stream was a while back, but you guys just got a longer one about my 2 characters. So, and yeah, so, but I decided I wanted to make another Void stream. I feel like I haven't done this in a while, and it's always fun to make them. So, anyways, let's get onto it. But, want to know something funny? I had to make a Yap list in my Google Docs because I made this about like 5 times now, and every like other one, other than my last one, because I literally made it earlier today, so I used the same list. I got really distracted in all of them, so like it's basically just me mumbling to myself for like 15 minutes, which also 15 minutes is 5 minutes longer than I actually aim for. I go for 10 minutes, and then like after 10 minutes I try to start wrapping up and stuff to make it a nice little bow, because we all have things to do, places to be, people to see, all stuff like that. But enough of me like stalling, but I do have 10 things, so if somehow I somehow don't yap enough, I have enough topics. But we're gonna start off with good old F1, because F1 season is back, baby. So, you know what that means? SD Bestie is back! The silly tall Frenchman is back. Except now he's driving for Haas, which honestly I like Haas. I feel like he's been doing really good there. Sort of outstanding. I mean, he's been getting points, which is different from, or it's so weird. Alpine to Haas has just been so weird, because Alpine had like really strong moments, but Haas has been more of like a consistent, like middle, like normal to see from like 15th to 8th kind of range. But it's really fun to see. I enjoy seeing my goat doing well, of course. But yeah, SD Bestie is doing great. Also, can we talk about the new hairdo? Like, someone finally took his gel away. Like, before he's like super gluing down his hair. So it's a lot of fun to see that. Can we also just like, I feel like all the teams now are being a lot more like with the internet. Like, is that just a me thing that I'm noticing, or is that like everyone's noticing that like it's like all the teams just like have a YouTube channel and like use it a lot, so it's a lot of fun to see. I definitely enjoy content about our favorite 20 people, but it's been such a good like time for him. And then let's not like Kimi is doing so good. So I have like 2 goats in F1, Ocon, who's my passion goat, and then Kimi, who's like the goat I'm gonna see more, or like my like winning goat, because I'm sorry to break it, but I don't think Ocon's gonna get a podium. Like, correct, like I believe, like every weekend I go and saying, I believe this is his race, he's gonna get number 1 every time. But if I'm being realistic, I'm probably gonna see Kimi more up there than I am gonna him. So, you know, good to have a go. And he's just doing so well for his rookie year. So, also, I watched The Sea on Netflix. It was so good. I love the way it's produced. What was it called? It was like a chat thing, right? What's Up app? What's Up app. So, yes, I've been loving F1 lately. And I want to say it before, like, I remember I wanted to make one of these before the F1 season started. And I made that, like, little drawing animation thing. I just want to say that Ocon was my goat out there before, like, he won all the races, most definitely, and became popular. So, original Esteban Ocon fan. But into the second thing on my agenda. So I read Meet Cute Diary. I'm pretty sure I talked about it in my first Yap session, in my first Void Scream, but I'm not positive, so now I'm going to talk about it. It was really good. It was, if you like a story that you can kind of feel all the twists and turns coming from, you'll love it. I'm trying to like talk about it, but not talk about it, because I don't want to spoil it if someone like wants to read it, but I do want to talk about it because it was a good book. It's a good book for someone who likes fluff. I'm one of those people who, like, when I finish a book, I want, like, my world view to be changed. Like, I want to see the world from a different point of view. Like, for example, like, two of my most favorite books right now has to be Heaven Such a Blessing, the whole series. I don't know if that... I always say, like, the Heaven Such a Blessing series when they say, like, what's your favorite book? Because, like, I don't know. I just, like... You can't just read one book out of it and be satisfied. You have to read the whole thing. So, Heaven Such a Blessing series, and they both die at the end. Now, I favor Heaven Such a Blessing more, because I like happy endings still. I liked that I read they both die at the end, but I wouldn't read it again. I would read it for the first time, but I wouldn't read it a second time. Just because it was so sad. Like, give me a little happy ending. Like, I know they both died at the end, but, like, tell me, like, they find each other, please. So, that was, yeah. But, yeah, I read that book finally, because I've just been carrying it around with me for, like, forever. So, finished it. I also finished To Kill a Mockingbird, which was amazing. It definitely got its name at the end and, like, in the middle. I liked how they connected it. I mean, it's just incredible. Like, totally read it. Read the classics. Read the classics. But we're gonna go next into Arcane. That's right. I finally watched it. So there's this thing about me. For some reason, I never watch, play, like, whatever, when it's popular. Like, I want to be part of the fandom. Let me be there. But instead, I'm like, I'm gonna put it off. And yeah, I finally watched Arcane when the fandom was dead. After, like, you know, like when your feed was filled with Arcane stuff? Yeah, I didn't watch it then. I watched it like 2 months after that. So, not exactly the best, or not exactly my best, because that show was peak. I love Arcane. It was so good. I love how they tell the story and the character designs. My favorite character personally was Victor. I don't know, silly science man. Silly science man. He was my favorite. I thought it was really interesting how they almost took, I'm not gonna call it a simple concept, but a concept we've seen before, where two families get along in the middle, dislike each other, or get along at the beginning, dislike each other in the middle, and then in the end they end up resolving somehow. Because we've seen it before with, like, Frozen, same concept where the rivalry between the two end up kind of like pushing the story forward. But also, it's cool how in Arcane, it's like you have other stories going on within that line. So I enjoy that we aren't just shown how the rivalry affects them, but how it kind of affects everyone. So it's definitely interesting to see, and definitely interesting to watch. But I wouldn't watch it like again. I like watch video essays on it. I like do all the stuff outside of it except just watch the show again because it was a sad ending. Because they like killed everybody. Like, why did you have to kill everybody? Like, my goat. But it's definitely good. It was definitely very interesting. So yeah, I definitely enjoyed the show. I wish I watched it earlier so that way I could kind of be there when all the edits were happening and stuff, so I could kind of get everything. But we live, we laugh, we love, we get along. So definitely, if you haven't watched Arcane, I would definitely recommend it because it is really good. But you're ready to have some napkins by you and to talk to your TV because it's one of those shows. It's one of those shows where you're like sitting on the couch and you're like, no, why are you doing that? No, stop. So yeah, but it's been 10 whole minutes. Look at that. Look at how fast this all went along. So I'm gonna start wrapping up. So to everyone who's watching this in the morning, have a good day. To everyone watching this in noon, or at noon, at lunch, have a good rest of your day. And to everyone who's watching this at night, I hope you had a good day and I hope you get good rest so you can have a good day tomorrow. But I think that's where I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna make another one soon because I want to talk about Once Upon a Time, the hit in 2011 show, because I need to talk about it. But yeah, so thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Maybe a like or a subscribe, or both. I mean, you could be feeling really generous. But that's where I'm gonna leave this. Bye.